It's time for physical activity to change the future by Kim Hunt. Throughout my 23 years of teaching, I have seen big change. Many educational changes have been for the better, but many have lost focus on the whole child. I have seen communication change from person to person or home telephones to email, cell phones, Twitter, Facebook, and much more. Screen time has changed from one household TV to multiple phones, iPads, game consoles, computers, and more. Standardized testing has changed. Research by the mental health charity of Young Minds has found that exams are a significant trigger for mental illness in young people. Recess has changed due to No Child Left Behind. Schools cut recess and other recreational activities in order to spend more time focused on math and reading. Sedentary activity levels have changed, increasing at a high rate. According to the Physical Activity Council, Americans who are completely sedentary or inactive are on the rise, increasing from 70.4 million in 2007 to 82.7 million in 2014. That's an increase of 12.3 million sedentary people in 7 years. Obesity levels have changed. According to the CDC, the percentage of children with obesity in the United States has more than tripled since the 1970s. Today, about 1 in 5 school-aged children 6 through 19 have obesity. The map of the United States demonstrates 4 color codes representing the percentage of high school students who are obese by state. There are 11 states reporting obesity levels of 15 to 19%. Physical education has changed. There has been a decline at all grades. According to the CDC from 2013, less than half of high school students, 64% of ninth grade students, and only 35% of 12th grade students attended physical education classes in an average week. What can we as educators and administrators do to reverse the negative impacts on our children and move forward? The children of our communities, our states, our country deserve an education that will help them battle the challenges they face and enjoy a healthy, happy life. Schools are making strong efforts to meet the high standards expected to ensure our children are graduating from high school with the ability to be responsible adults, but they are missing a key component: daily physical activity. How can physical activity make a difference? The youth of today are facing big challenges. The American Heart Association recommends 60 minutes of physical activity daily to enjoy the many benefits of exercise. The benefits of daily activity will make a change in our youth for the better. According to the Mayo Clinic, benefits of exercise includes maintaining a healthy weight, reducing the risk of disease, strengthening bones and muscles, improved mental health, reduced injury, increased concentration, and improved sleep. According to a study done at the University of Illinois, regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, improves mood and mental alertness, which is providing to have a strong relationship between physical activity and academic achievement. These two brain images you see on the screen, taken from the top of the head, represent the average amount of neural activity during a test following sitting, and the other is walking for 20 minutes. The color blue represents lower neural activity, while the color red denotes higher brain activity in a given region. According to active living research, immediately following just one session of physical activity, children can increase their attention and memory and reduce inappropriate behavior, such as being unfocused and causing others to become distracted. Everyone knows that regular exercise is good for the body, But exercise is also one of the most effective ways to improve your mental health. Regular exercise can have a profoundly positive impact on depression, anxiety, ADHD, and much more. According to Australia's Department of Sport and Recreation, a review of current literature indicates that people who participate in sport clubs and organized recreational activity enjoy better mental health, are more alert, and are more resilient against the stresses of modern living. If we want to have a positive impact on the long term health of our youth, research indicates that we must increase physical activity during the school day. Students kindergarten through 12th grade need at least 60 minutes of vigorous or moderate intensity physical activity every day, with more than half of the activity occurring during the regular educational hours and the remaining amount before or after school. So now you are wondering, how are we going to increase physical activity time in school? With limited time and funding, it really seems impossible. Fortunately, professionals have been diligently researching to figure out a course of action. We know policy is important for sustaining and providing accountability for efforts to infuse physical activity into the school setting. However, it is often necessary to make tough decisions between what is best practice and what is realistic for a given school, district, or state. According to the CDC, schools are a perfect setting for this collaboration. Schools are one of the most efficient systems for reaching children and youth to provide health services and programs, as approximately 95% of all U.S. children and youth attend school. At the same time, integrating health services and programs more deeply into the day-to-day life of schools and students represents an untapped tool for raising academic achievement and improving learning. The CDC has created the whole school, whole community, whole child model, which is an overarching collaborative approach to learning and health. This model expands on the 10 elements of CDC's Coordinated School Health Plan and is combined with the whole child framework. CDC and ASCD Learn, Teach, Lead developed this expanded model with key leaders from the fields of health, public health, and education. The goal of this model is to strengthen a unified and collaborative approach to improve learning and health in our nation's schools. Within the whole school, whole community, whole child model, one element is physical education and physical activity combined as a comprehensive school physical activity program, otherwise known as CSPAP. This CSPAP is the national framework for physical education and physical activity in schools today. This tool, known as CSPAP, is a policy continuum, and it aims to address the problem of minimal physical activity by identifying meaningful steps along a path toward optimal policy. There are 5 components in a comprehensive school physical activity program. The program begins with high-quality physical education as the foundation. Physical activity before and after school, physical activity during the school day, the promotion of staff involvement, and family and community engagement. The Department of Health and Human Services states that CSPAP provides a framework for students to perform the recommended 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity every day. Physical education is an academic subject and serves as the foundation for CSPAP. Physical education provides students with a planned sequential kindergarten through 12th grade standard-based program designed to develop motor skills, knowledge, and behaviors for healthy, active living, physical fitness, sportsmanship, self-efficacy, and emotional intelligence. Physical activity before and after school provides opportunities for all students, including those with special needs, to practice what they have learned in physical education Work toward the nationally recommended 60 minutes of daily physical activity. Become more adequately prepared for learning. Engage in safe, social, and supervised activities, and identify activities they enjoy and might engage in for long term. Physical activity during the school includes physical activity in a variety of settings throughout the school day, outside the requisite physical educational instructional classes. The main ways students can participate in physical activity during the school day are recess, physical activity integrated into classroom lessons, physical activity breaks in and outside the classroom, and lunchtime club or intramural programs. Staff involvement in the CSPAP and support for school employee wellness and leadership training contribute to the overall culture of physical activity at school. School employee wellness programs improve staff health, increase physical activity levels, and are cost effective. School staffs that are committed to good health practices are positive role models for students and may show increased support for student participation in physical activity. Teachers and other school staff members can integrate physical activity into classroom academic instruction and breaks, and support recess, intramurals, and other physical activity opportunities. Family and community engagement in school-based physical activity programs provides numerous benefits. When families are active together, they spend additional time together and experience health benefits. Parents, guardians, or other family members can support a CSPAP by participating in evening or weekend special events, or by serving as a physical education or physical activity volunteer. It's time to change the future of our youth with physical activity. The roadmap to change is not about large increases in financial support. It is about planning and professional development to inform and encourage teachers to embrace physical activity daily. Here is an excerpt from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Efforts to maximize physical activity opportunities in schools should be coordinated, well-planned, and thoughtfully executed and evaluated, thus creating a culture of physical activity that is integrated throughout the school environment and reaches beyond the school and into the community. A school that establishes student health as a priority will form a CSPAP team and develop a comprehensive physical activity plan that includes all of the components described in the preceding sections. A CSPAP reflects the social, emotional, and cultural needs of students, their families, and the broader community, thereby establishing a strong social and culturally supportive environment for students, families, and communities to engage in physical activity. The roadmap to success for implementation of a CSPAP are as follows, and these need to happen in each and every school within a district. Establish a team or committee and designate a PAL. A PAL is a physical activity leader. Secondly, conduct a needs assessment, such as the CDC's School Health Index. Third, create a vision statement, goals, and objectives. Fourth, identify the outcomes or specific changes that will be a direct result of the program implementation. Fifth, identify and plan activities. Sixth, implement this. And lastly, evaluate the program's success or needs. Here in Teton County Schools, we have a wonderful opportunity to continue innovation by embracing many of our existing resources, provide empowerment through professional development for our teachers, in which many are already activity-minded. We can also continue to inform and engage a generally healthy community and maintain a safe, caring, and healthy environment to be a role model district that embraces whole school, whole community, whole child, and CSPAP to the fullest potential, which in turn provides success for all.